All right, so we're trying something a little bit different today. I'm just playing the game right now. Crazy, right? And I'm just gonna sit here and talk instead of kind of talking at a different time than playing. I have a feeling I'm going to sit there and talk quite a bit today, and I don't know. I think it's gonna be easy for my own sake and in general if I'm just doing this. So that's what I'm doing. This one, I almost recorded the update for this month in regards to my goals, like halfway through the month, and I was gonna be like, guys, we have made so much progress, you would not believe it, because I was like, well, there's no way things could go poorly. And well, it is now April 1st, and I would like to inform you that things have gone poorly to a degree. But we'll get there. Let's start and do our classic. Hey, let's go through the goals. What are they? What'd you do in reference to each of them? And here's the thing: some of them I think I made extreme progress in. Others not so much. We're gonna be talking about the ones with entertaining and notable changes, as opposed to the ones without that. But let's start with what was first goal: new job. Didn't do that. Didn't get anywhere close. I'm still pretty content with my job. It is what it is. You know, at a certain point, you just need some level of stability. And admittedly, my job has been the most stable thing about my life the past few years now, which is kind of a funny thing to think about, because normally, like, I mean, obviously that can change like on a whim, so I'm not gonna like put faith in assuming that it will never change again. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about. Um, Point is, yeah, I didn't get a new job, not yet. I'm not really even planning on it. I know it's kind of my goal for the year, but it's also just more of a life goal at the same time. Like, eventually I'm going to leave and go somewhere that pays me more competitively, but right now, no. Um, the next one, pay off student debt, have no debt. That's essentially the goal, which we're getting there in regards to the student loan. We are now under the amount I've ever paid in interest. Like, my payments have actually undone the interest. We are below the principal amount. And here's the thing: like, I'm putting a little bit more into the paying off the debt, a little bit less into savings, aka just like a few small number changes here and there. It's not going to substantially impact things either way. But the fact is, I'm being consistent. I'm being disciplined with it. I'm motivated to get rid of this. So we're making good progress. Technically speaking, I could make better progress. I could sell this thing I own. I could get more money. I could just put every cent I make into it. But in one way, life's not a race. Like, yeah, it's going to be really nice to have no debt, and I'm sure it will help my credit score in a sense, which is another goal of mine. But you know, I think I am well on pace to get this paid off by the year, and maybe even before then. And hey, any sooner is just like kind of extra credit in a sense, right? So speaking of things I'm on pace to hit for the year, that would be like my savings goal, which is to have 4,000 in savings. It's one I'll hit, but I'm more focused on bringing the debt down before I really add a lot more to savings. To me, that just feels more rational and reasonable, because yeah, savings can generate you income, but debt is going to give you interest, and traditionally interest that you're going to get charged from a bank is going to be more detrimental than the benefit of the interest that a bank will generate for you. So long term wise, I tend to prioritize the debt, because also once you have no debt, like, oh my god, like, what, you don't have to worry about it. So whereas with savings, you can just always keep going. But yeah, the next one that I had written down is the one we'll get to have a a vast majority of the duration of this video be about. It will just be me talking about this because okay, so the goal is get a girlfriend. And I almost like made this video halfway through being like, chat, we are making substantial progress. This is the first time I've seen this thing. It just came out. So bear with me. Oh. Sorry, they got a new mob, bro. I gotta fucking get this thing. Packs a punch, though. Okay, you can hunt this. I know this. So I'm going to put this, and we're gonna get that out, and I want to hit this a few times. No? What? What? What is happening? This is not right, bro. How do I breathe? Underwater, this would be best. What is it? Oh. I gotta figure this out, bro. What is bro doing? Oh. 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 Surely I'm getting... Okay. Bro. That was crazy. I didn't get shards. I just got bestiary. Did they kill it after that? I don't... God, sorry for the distraction. Yeah, so I thought I was very close to getting a girlfriend between the last time you had heard me and now. And we have gone through an entire era of almost having one to definitely not almost having one now in less than the matter of a month. Which is pretty expedited timeline for sure. And this is not how I thought things were going to be at this point. So let me just give you some of the context, because like normally I wouldn't even be close to dating somebody that I would just meet, but I technically knew them. This was somebody I knew in 6th grade. They moved away. I had a crush on them then. We recently reconnected, and I mean, we just clicked. I mean, went very, very well, just talking to them all the time. Like, I'm not much of a caller for the most part, and I was calling her like 5-6 hours a day, and it did not faze me. Like, I was just having fun. It was just really enjoyable. And I was like, wow, I mean, like, all of the feelings I used to have kind of resurfaced, and then some. I have not been so infatuated with somebody in quite a long time, to be honest with you, and I think that's what I was lacking from some of my previous few relationships. It was nice to not kind of feel like maybe I don't like them as much as I should or something like that. I was just enjoying the moment, and it was great. I mean, I ended up seeing them very, very quickly, in like a week, honestly. But after that, not because of that, as far as I can tell, but afterwards got a bit distant. You know, there was a lot going on in her life, and I don't know if I did something or if I said something, but she kind of got just weirder and less seemingly into me or wanting to talk to me day after day. And my personal theory is that she ended up getting back with her ex, but about 2 days ago now, she just kind of removed me on everything. After being like, yeah, I want to be friends. I said that at the beginning, which she did not, and that would not line up with several of her words and actions. That's kind of all I will really say on the matter here. I guess I thought I was going to kind of get more into it, but it just makes me a bit sad. And what else can I say? What else is there to say, you know? The fact of the matter is that it fucking sucks. I really even still do like this girl, and now I have been ghosted by somebody who I believed I was forming a pretty intimate emotional connection with. So that sucks for sure. Yeah, my credit score recently hit 798. So that's very close to 800. We're not quite there. I'm hoping we'll hit it soon. Sorry, honestly, talking about it all, brings me down. I just wish I could know what happened. Because I didn't get any communication like, oh, I didn't like this, or like, I wish this didn't happen. Like, there was no, here's something that upset me, like, let's talk about it and attack the issue and come out stronger. It was just like, I might have said something, I don't know, and now they clearly never want me in their life. That's a shame. Because I want to be in theirs, so um I guess I should just probably get in the habit of only mentioning goals I make progress on. I don't know. I've rated a few more albums this past month. Not too many, admittedly. Probably won't be re-listening too many tracks on them because all the ones I did were kind of just like her recommendations to me, or like, oh my god, you gotta listen to this. So that was the priority in that regard for a little bit, but yeah, I don't really have to listen to too much of it going forward, I guess. I have been actually going to the gym a little bit more consistently. Tried to go twice last week. I ended up only going once because I literally tried pulling in and there was a car blocking the fucking like way to pull in. And I'm like, all right, well, you're just a dumb person who's ruining it for everybody. And so it just kind of made me mad. So I just went home instead, which pretty weak mindset, but I didn't really want to go, so I was kind of looking for an excuse to give up. So it's kind of how it ended up happening. I should have went, but it's fine. Trying to make it now that, I think I mentioned like, well, I wasn't smoking weed, or I was, on any given month. Right now I am, but I am trying to balance it in a different way than I previously have at any given point in my life. It's kind of like, I will let myself smoke if I desire to, but only if I have made like a healthy choice for my body as well. Like, I will have to go to the gym on that day or work out at my apartment on that day in order to do that. Because one, it's a good way if I'm doing a potentially bad habit to even it out with a good one. Plus, admittedly, it does help the soreness with my body after working out. So that's kind of the way I'm going about it for now until otherwise, I guess. But yeah, I did get to visit home this month. It was very, very brief. The individual I kind of been alluding to lived closer to my hometown than where I live now. So when I went and saw her and spent the night at her place, I ended up stopping at my parents' house for a little bit on my way back home. Got to see my cat. It was admittedly probably only like an hour or two, and like that I was there, but it's still better than nothing. And I am going to go see my parents and my brother this weekend, actually, which is exciting and cool. So that is very good. But I think I finished a book since we last spoke, but I haven't really gotten very far into my current one. I've only had like 1 or 2 sessions reading it, and well, frankly, some of my time has just been spent otherwise. Like I mentioned, I was talking to this individual for like 5 or 6 hours a day for a majority of the month, but it seems that time block is now reopened because they don't want to talk to me ever again, it would seem. So, but yeah, big progress in a few ways was made this month. I'm hoping I can come back with even more progress, certainly of a happier variety the following month. But yeah, March was no joke, in regards to things that happened. Now that we are in April, specifically April 1st when I record this, something jokes. I don't know. I actually didn't think of a punchline before I said it. Anyways, thank you for listening and watching. Goodbye.